Projekt Guru.
Всем привет! С вами Zak Novak на радиостанции Novorossia Rocks. Welcome to Novorossia Rocks Radio Station. This is Zak Novak, your American in downtown Donetsk. The program is called Projekt Guru, and Guru, my buddy, is in the house as always. My engineer Andre as well. Hey, let me start off with a lot of craziness happening in our republic, assassination attempts, bombings, terrorism in our republic. Just a block away, right, Guru? A block away yesterday from our press center, a bomb went off, a person was killed. You can go on our website, Novorossia Today, and on my Facebook, you'll see the horrific photos. And also this, very important, assassination attempt on our Donetsk Republic. Dear President Zakharchenko, an explosive device has been found and defused near the house of Alexander Zakharchenko, the head of Donetsk People's Republic, the president of DPR. An IED rigged with shrapnel was found close to his house. That's why we had to tighten security. The Donetsk news agency quotes our president. A powerful explosion occurred in the center of Donetsk early on Thursday. According to preliminary reports, one person was killed. DPR law enforcement officers have cordoned off the area. So as you see, assassination attempt on our dear President Zakharchenko and a bomb going off near our press center. Everybody be on alert. Before I continue with some more war atrocities by the Kiev junta, 70 vehicles delivering 600 tons of humanitarian cargo arrives in Lugansk and Donetsk republics. Thank you, Mother Russia. A Russian emergency ministry convoy has brought humanitarian aid to the war-torn Donetsk and Lugansk regions, according to the ministry's press service. More than 70 vehicles delivering 600 tons of humanitarian cargo, mainly food, medication, and school supplies for educational institutions in the Donbass region, have arrived in Lugansk and Donetsk, adding that there weren't any unforeseen obstacles on their way. The humanitarian cargo was delivered as usual. All transport passed through the Customs and Border Control of our borders in the presence of officials from Customs and Border Guard Services. Both the vehicles and their corresponding documents were checked. Currently, the trucks are being unloaded in the presence of local authorities who are overseeing the distribution of the humanitarian aid, including at socially significant facilities around the Lugansk and Donetsk regions. As soon as the last vehicle is unloaded, the fleet will immediately return to the Rostov region. This latest humanitarian convoy for Donbass turned out to be the 55th one and was seen as a milestone. Russia has delivered more than 63,000 tons of life-saving aid to the region since August 2014, which helped Donbass avoid humanitarian disaster. Spasiba, thank you, Mother Russia. Casualties. Bomb went off in Belgium, Guru. Listen to this. One person was killed, 4 injured in an explosion in Belgian city of Chimay. The Belga news agency report on Friday were references to the emergency services. 2 of the injured in the blast are in serious condition. According to the agency, the explosion occurred in a sports facility building, part of which collapsed. There were a total of 5 people in the building at the moment of the explosion. Police have cordoned off the scene. The cause of the blast is not immediately known at this time. Here we go. Nazi Kiev junta fighters shelled Gomovsky and Nikitovsky districts of Gorlovka during the nights of the 24th to the 25th. Again, heavy military hardware on civilian areas as the shelling was carried out by the artillery of 122mm caliber. During this criminal act, the Nazi Ukrainian so-called liberators targeted Nikitovsky district using howitzers D-30, the caliber of 122mm war crimes. One block of apartment complexes in Gomovsky district in Golovka have heavy damages, windows shattered, total destruction on rooftops. Be reminded that the commission who have prepared reports on the military crimes by the Ukraine junta, which 3 cases are to be delivered to the International Court on the casualties in Golovka who perished as a result by shelling of the Kiev junta armed forces. So the commission has prepared war crimes to the International Court of the casualties in Golovka. War crimes, 2 women killed by the Nazi Ukraine military. Heavy artillery was used by the Nazi Ukrainian army at the Yasinovate, Donetsk, Dokuchayevsk, Gorlovka, southern villages, according to the Defense Ministry of DPR. Hostile site targeted populated villages Yasnoye, Yelenovka, close to Dokuchayevsk from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. Villages Mineralne to the north and Sahanka to the south were also targeted by shelling. Moreover, Nazi Kiev fighters used mortars. Tudovsky, Alexandrovka in Donetsk were also targeted. Be reminded that Nazi Ukrainian forces shelled Gorlovka severely yesterday, and 2 civilian women perished. 6 more were wounded. Genocide. Another quake rumbles Italy. Again, 5.0 magnitude. This time strikes once again this morning. According to the latest data, a total of 250 people were killed. 365 others were injured by the August 24th quake. The search and rescue effort is still underway. The contact group in Minsk on Ukraine has just begun, so listen to this. Once again, the Ukraine junta stalls at Minsk talks, deliberately blocking any peace plan. Fascist Ukrainian representatives in the political subgroup of the contact group on a settlement in Donbass region have failed to put forward any proposals on developing a roadmap to defuse the crisis during the talks in Minsk. Natalia Nikonorova, the acting foreign minister of the Donetsk People's Republic, said on Friday, commenting on Kiev's statements on its alleged efforts in this area. Throughout the entire course of the Minsk process, Ukraine has never provided any documents or proposals on this very roadmap. Fascist Ukraine's Foreign Minister Pavel Klimkin earlier today reported that Kiev was working on the roadmap's logic and sequence. Nikonorova recalled that the representatives of Donbass republics and Russia had earlier come up with options for the roadmap and bills on an entire range of political issues. However, the parties failed to discuss these bills in Minsk in detail. Ukrainian representatives have used various arguments and tools to avoid discussing these issues all this time. DPR officials have repeatedly noted that Kiev's representatives at the Minsk talks are deliberately blocking peace initiatives put forward by the Donetsk and Lugansk republics. Kiev also avoids complying with its obligations to implement the Minsk agreements. War crimes as coup leader Poroshenko, fascist Ukraine junta army bombs water purification plant in Donetsk. Nazi Ukraine's army bombed the surrounding areas of Donetsk water purification station, according to Donetsk People's Republic law enforcement agencies. At about 15:30, the Nazi Ukrainian side started shelling the Donetsk water purification station's area. Fire erupted due to the bombing. Mortars and shells are falling in the immediate vicinity to the station. The station has since spring season been considered one of the hottest spots on the disengagement line in Donbass. The station's employees are forced to regularly go down to bomb shelters. The station last came under Nazi Ukrainian armed fire in the evening of August 3rd, which also caused a blackout. The Donetsk water purification station supplies with water inhabited localities on both sides of the disengagement line in Donbass. These are the cities of Donetsk, Yasinovataya, the settlements of Vasilievka and Spartak, which is under our DPR control, as well as occupied Adievka, Krasnogorovka, and the settlement of Verkhne Toretskoye, controlled by Nazi Ukraine's armed forces. Turkish troops attack U.S.-backed Kurdish YPG forces in Manbij, Syria. A day after invading northern Syria, Turkish troops continued to launch more strikes against the U.S.-backed Kurdish YPG forces in the area around Manbij. Though the invasion started with chasing ISIS out of the town of Jarblus, Turkish officials have made clear the operation is mostly about the Kurds. Turkey's state media described the shelling of YPG targets as warning shots. Kurdish officials complained yesterday that the strikes were blatant aggression. Turkish officials don't appear to be contesting the fact and have reiterated that they're keeping the Kurds from expanding, deploying more tanks into the country. Officials also issued an ultimatum against the Kurds, giving them 1 week to scale back their presence near the Turkish border or else. Turkey has maintained the troops will remain in Syria until the concern about the expansion of Kurdish territory has been resolved. The YPG controls a substantial portion of northeast Syria and over the past week also seized virtually the rest of the city of Hasakeh in fighting with the military. Turkey's primary objection right now is Manbij, which the U.S. helped the Kurds capture and which is on the western side of the Euphrates River. Turkey has repeatedly insisted that the river is a red line for them. Hey guys, listen to this. Saxony to be a part of Russia. Stern, a German magazine, reported that a group of German activists has created a petition demanding the secession of Saxony from the Federal Republic of Germany and its accession to the Russian Federation. The petition, created 2 weeks ago by an organization called Pro-Putin Party, is available on the website change.org, guys. Check it out, change.org. And open petition has already gained 603 votes. We are constantly witnessing the fact that the dictatorship of the EU will stop at nothing. That is why the forthcoming ban on free speech and the prohibition of demonstrations will not be taken from us. Soon we will live under a dictatorship. The test description of the petition reads, as the newspaper reports, Raymond is behind the petition. He has previously made statements requesting that Russia, on behalf of German citizens and companies, provide territory for the creation of a German state and called a sign of non-aggression pact with Russia. The noose of a police state, as well as the EU dictatorship, is tightening slowly but surely, and the future of Germany is threatened because of its membership in the EU and NATO. We do not want to become a spearhead against Russia, so let's build our future in accordance with reasonable German-Russian interests, it further stated. The author of the petition, as Stern adds, also wrote that it would become an eyesore for the German political system. Hey everybody, that ends our program. As I stress always, be safe, stay on alert, have a great weekend, and see you back on Monday. Bye-bye, folks.